Welcome back to the Nintendo Wiretap. On today's episode, we're taking a look at brand new merchandise that's coming out very soon, ranging from really small plushies to the biggest thing I've ever seen at the Pokemon Center. So without further ado, let's take a look. Alright guys, it's time to take a look at brand new merchandise that's coming out in the world of Nintendo. If you're a fan of Nintendo merchandise, stay tuned, and hopefully you have some very deep pockets because one of these things is incredibly expensive. But let's take a look at the cheaper things first, and that is some Kirby Dream Gear plushies coming later this year. Now, like a lot of amazing things, these bad boys look like they are exclusive to Japan, which is no major surprise since most of this stuff happens to be Japanese stuff, but really, I really like how these things look. It's kind of like a combination of steampunk and Kirby, and what could really go wrong with those two kind of put together. Now this collection features Kirby himself, we have Meta Knight, and we have Waddle Dee. Like I said before, all of these are kind of based on steampunk, which I'm not a massive fan of, but still I think it's really cute to see them in these outfits, and if you want to pick these up, they're actually not that bad. You can snag all three of these for $16.99 each, and if you use the code NINWIRE at checkout, you can save an additional 5%. A quick shameless plug. Now, if you want to pick these up, we have a link in the description down below, so make sure to check that out after this episode. But what do you guys think of these plushies? Are you a big Kirby fan like me? Are you going to pick any of these up? Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments down below. Alright, now it's on to the expensive thing. This is the thing that I probably couldn't afford even if I wanted it, but maybe some crazy Pokemon fans out there have much deeper pockets than me. That's right folks, the Electric Sheep himself is getting a life-sized plush at the Pokemon Center. This Mareep plush is going to set you back $500 dues, and it's up for pre-order right now, even in the US, which is kind of crazy. Usually when these get announced, it turns out to be a Japanese exclusive, but I was kind of shocked to see that these are actually coming out in the States as well. So these are at the Pokemon Center. They're expected to come out sometime in January of 2020, so we have quite a long time to wait. So if you do want to pick this up, you at least have some time to save. But this thing is absolutely massive. It comes in at 24 inches tall, so 2 feet, by 23 inches wide. You can really get a good idea of just how big this thing is when you put like a standard size Pikachu plush right next to it, which it looks like the Pokemon Center did. And really, even if I did have the money for this, I'd have no idea where I would put it, and I'd be very tempted to try to ride it, but who wouldn't? Now, if you are crazy enough to want to pick this thing up, we have a link to this in the description down below. Like I said, it's coming out in January of 2020. Alright, and finally we have one more toy that's been confirmed to be coming back out in Japan, and that is the Metroid Prime 3 Samus Aran Figma. Now this is one of my favorite Figmas that's ever been released, and if you're unfamiliar with what a Figma is, they're very high quality action figures, they're incredibly posable, and this one in particular has been hard to get your hands on, but luckily it looks like it is getting a re-release in Japan. If you want to pick this one up, once again we have a link in the description down below. This one's at Play Asia as well, so if you do want to pick it up, you can save an additional 5% by using the code NINWIRE at checkout. We have all of that in the description down below, so make sure to check that out. But there you go, 3 amazing products that are coming out very soon, some very expensive, some mid-range, and some really not all that bad at all. Do you plan on picking any of this up? Do you hate it? Do you love it? Give me your thoughts on this in the comments down below. And that's going to wrap up tonight's Nintendo Wiretap. I'll see you soon with yet another episode, but as always, until then, stay wired in. Bye, guys.